Hey, what's up, y'all? This Disciple Marcello Kearns. Hey, I'm just going to basically talk from the heart. Um, I don't really got no message. I just wanted to do a video, just kind of just record something. You know what I'm saying? Talking. But I guess right now the best thing to talk about these vaccines, man. Okay, here's the thing about it. All right. Okay. With the vaccine, we at first, when it first came out, everybody was thinking, oh, okay, we don't trust it because it's giving side effects to people's faces. You know, some people's faces were disfigured and paralyzed on one side. That's the first thing that scared me away from getting the vaccine. It made me cautious about getting the vaccine. Seeing that, I just shut down. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people did too, but they need to address that. Address that you had precautions about the symptoms, the side effects after taking the vaccine. But don't just act like, oh, it's just set out to destroy the population. Obviously not. I mean, many people have been vaccinated. Why would the government vaccinate themselves? Let's keep it 100. Okay, first thing first. Let's realize that. Number one, two. Why would they vaccinate the military? That's number two. Okay? Because at the end of the day, leaders and the officials in this country don't want to die. All right? They don't want you to necessarily all die because there's no way to make money. There's no society to have. Foundationally, there's no society to have. Okay? Let's not get what I call kooky over here. Don't become a kook thinking that this vaccine is just for your detriment. And you obviously see government officials, people taking the vaccine on video, just like Joe Biden did. He took it on video so you can see he's doing it. That's the whole reason. We have to put politics aside. We have to put adversaries aside for the better good of the people who deserve to be vaccinated. If you are a good person, a Christian person, you deserve to be vaccinated away from something that man has basically caused to spread in your country. Because if people don't want to act like Donald Trump was part of the spread, you're still delusional. You're still deceived. Even with him being out of office, you still are deceived. Okay? This man waited and tried to create what I believe was a perfect storm so that he could come in and fix it and get reelected. So he allowed it to happen, and he thought he'll be able to get through it, or he thought he would be able to handle it, and then you would all love him and reelect him. Because otherwise, it could have went either way. He could have went to jump into do something about it so that you would reelect him. So why wouldn't that be his first thought? That's the first normal thought that somebody would have. Election year now. Election year. Everybody's sensitive to what they're doing. This is what you have to know as the citizens. They are very sensitive to what they're doing. And if they're dumb, then someone else around them are going to make them sensitive to what they're doing. Okay? So he wasn't the only one that knew about this. So someone advised him, considering election year, what to do about this unknown disease or virus. Okay, what I think he did was brush it off and deceive the people around him like it's not that serious, this, that, and the third. But in the back of his mind, I'm thinking that he's going to let this become a perfect storm and he's going to come in and work it out and get reelected over someone that's not even in office able to do certain things that he's doing. He was wanting to use his position, his already position, to defeat the adversaries. They wasn't, Joe Biden wasn't in the White House as a president, as a vice president, yes, but not as a president. So if he worked that out, he already got work on top that basically defeats the adversary. He got work on top of him. He got work over him, however you want to put it. By doing this, and that would have got him possibly reelected. That's one of my, I'm not saying that's my solid belief, but it's something to consider when this person raves about how stupid Joe Biden is. That means he's extra smart. That's the boat he put himself in. Okay? So to me, that's what makes sense. Now, back on the vaccine, Americans are rebellious to me by nature. Y'all just love freedom for no reason. You just want to do something or not do something just to have the freedom. Let me say that again. A lot of Americans just want to do stuff or not do stuff just for freedom's sake. You don't even know why you're resisting the vaccine. You don't even know why you're resisting. You have no substantial evidence of resisting the vaccine at this point. You are not using wisdom by resisting the vaccine at this point. You're not using wisdom. Wisdom realizes that 2,000 people are dying every night. Okay? So what are you gonna do? Play dodgeball with COVID for how many years? X amount of years. How long are you gonna play out there in the rain with COVID? Until you realize and come in and take the vaccine. When are you gonna do that? When are you gonna realize that and it's in the back of your head if you're smart. You're paranoid when you come in. Every time you come in from somewhere, anytime you take delivery food, you get food from, I was before I got vaccinated, I was paranoid about everything. If I felt anything, the cup of coffee I had, not saying the people are not clean, but this ain't a matter of cleanliness for the people who serve you. This is a matter of do you have COVID or not? Did you get COVID from someone else? This isn't a matter of saying, well, you're a dirty person or something like that. This is a matter of do you, like I said, do you got COVID? Did you get it from somewhere unaware? And you're just gonna drive yourself crazy, man. You're just gonna drive yourself crazy. Every time you go to the grocery store, every time you go to the mall, every time you go somewhere, that's what pushed me to do it. I said enough is enough. I came in from taking a taxi ride, not saying the taxi guy was a dirty person or nothing like that. But I went to a check cashing place and everything, and I just seen people walk all around, kids sitting on the floor in a check cashing place. I would never let my child sit on the floor in a check cashing place with all them people coming in, dirty feet from everywhere. And I just said, man, they were handing me money, handing my stamp under the little thing, Then I got to touch that and then lick it and everything. And I had to get back in the cab. And I'm just like, when I got home, I was like, man. First time I felt a little something, I was like, nah. And I didn't have nothing, but it was just a little fluttering, It probably for me, I like to take showers and then my AC is on in my apartment really high. So sometimes that gives me a little symptom at the beginning, and I knock it right back out with vitamins. But I get those little early symptoms of having a cold or something quite often sometimes. from doing that, from from a cold shower to coming out in the AC. And that day, I think I did that. But I thought to myself, oh man, I was in a taxi, I was in the money order place. I was like, I just can't do this no more. Then I had a family member, my stepdad, he got the vaccine. Then I was like, that just pushed me over the edge. I was like, nah, I gotta go ahead and get it, man. Cause I can't be dodgeballing this vaccine for years. This is where we at. You're holding your breath, hoping it goes away. I'm gonna say that again. Y'all who are getting vaccinated or not getting vaccinated, you're hoping I'm tell you what I know. Most of the average people are hoping everyone that gets vaccinated, as many people as possible get vaccinated, and it goes away. But you're holding your breath, literally. This is the perfect example of holding your breath. That's what you're doing. You sitting up holding your breath, hoping it's going away. What else are you hoping? That is what you're hoping. You hoping it goes away, and you don't, and the vaccine is not necessary. That's exactly what you're hoping. You got to be hoping that. You're hoping it goes away. You hoping it ain't around you and yours, and that you don't have to get vaccinated as a result. That's what you're hoping. But by the looks of it, it's not going away anytime soon. We talk about even this time next year, man. Next year, this time. That means all the winter time, all the summertime, all the spring, all the way here again to September 27th, all the way here again. That's what you're looking at. That being said, look at all the possibilities of everything you're gonna be encountering. You could be the most reclusive person. You still have to come out to get food. You still have to go to the grocery store. You still got to pay bills, unless you pay it on your card. But if you're not able to get money on your card or have it like that, you got to come out, get money orders. You got to come out, and you at least got to come out for groceries. You know. And if you do other things, you got to come out for those things. You know, extra little other stuff that you do. You know, it's in every time you're taking a risk with your life. Everybody who got COVID, they were just going about their day. They did nothing weird. They didn't wallow around on the sidewalk. They didn't wallow around in the dirt. They didn't touch a million doorknobs. They went about their everyday affairs. That's what you gotta look at. These people didn't do nothing weird. These ain't people running out in the sun and running around in the rain. You know, not all there in their minds and just catching COVID. That ain't what it is. That ain't what this is. Look at the famous people that got it. What you think? Famous people have the best walk of life, or path of life, if you will. They don't have to deal with the common public. They're roped off from everybody. The stars are roped off from everybody. And you know this. This is what you know. They have the best clean rooms, clean hotels, clean restaurants that they engage in. Yeah, this brings it home to you. Because you're thinking more about the public. Let's think about the stars. Look how they go. They got perfect situations. Perfect, especially with COVID. Now everybody knows what's going on. They got perfect situations. No excess dirt building up. Everywhere they probably goes is probably sanitized within an hour's time everywhere they go. Think about it. Most famous people, they're not going to places where COVID is on surface for 12 hours. They're not going places where COVID is on the surfaces of places for days. And yet, they still are contracting it. Yet, they're still popping up positive. So what does that tell you? No matter how careful you are, no matter where you're going, that you think is the best place to go, you're not living the life of a star, and it's not that clean, and they still getting it, they still getting COVID. That's real. So your brain, so either you gonna play this rebellious, bratty little teenager kind of attitude, have that kind of attitude, play this little black bratty teenager role, or realize as a man or a woman looking ahead, this is not going anywhere. This is not going anywhere. Okay? Everybody thought this last year. It's good to be hopeful, and America are full of hopeful people. But it's also just as good to be in reality. This time last year, people talking about, by spring and summer of 2021, it's going to be gone. It's still here. In fact, there's more variants of the virus. Yeah. It's not going away, guys. Guys, it's not going away. And that's what you need to realize. So stop standing off with this virus like you're being held up in a building and you're holding yourself for ransom. Nobody ain't making you do it. You holding yourself hostage. And you think this vote, and you're not surrounded by the police, you're surrounded by COVID. And you thinking you just gonna wait it out. You just gonna stand in this building and stand there and you holding yourself hostage. Nobody ain't holding you hostage, you holding yourself hostage. And you thinking eventually they staking out, they got all the sirens, they got all the COVID, got all the sirens surrounding you. You see all the lights flicking off your windows. They not going nowhere. And you think they are. You'll check this time next year, you'll be sitting right there. You'll be sitting right, if COVID be right out there. That's what I'm telling you. You know, that this is what you miss. This is what you're not thinking about. You're not thinking ahead. You're thinking that any day now, this is going to go away. Subconsciously, you must be. Because why would you think that you wouldn't need it? It's not going away. So what else you going to do? You going to dodge this like you're Neo from the Matrix for 3, 4, 5 years? Who knows if we'll have to coexist with this like HIV? Who knows? You don't know the future. Okay? We might have to coexist with this like people that have HIV, like how HIV is in our community. We might have to coexist with it like that. You know? You don't know. But you can only assume intelligently, based on the looks of it, that it's not going anywhere anytime soon, not even this time next year. That's what you have to assume with an intelligent mind. It's not going away next week. It's not going away next month. And we both know that it's not going away by Christmas. COVID going to be totally gone by Christmas. So you already into 2022 already. Based on using an intelligent foresight. You're already in 2022 with COVID. All right? We got basically 3 more months left. You know it ain't going away in 3 months, man. That's the bottom line. So for the next 3 months, let's say, so now that you know that, for the next 3 months, you're going to be dodging COVID. That's a fact. It's not going away in the next 3 months, right? Okay, so we got that solid. So that means during the holidays, through all this cold weather that's coming for people that live in colder climates. You got all this cold weather that's coming. You got the holidays that's coming. You got all this holiday traveling that's going to be happening. And COVID is not going to be gone in 3 months. It's not. That's less than 15 weeks. You know it's not going to be gone in 15 weeks. You know COVID is not going away in 15 weeks. So this at least keep a 3-month radius about what's going on. And that keeps you wise. You know in 15 weeks this is not going away. So when you hit 15 weeks again, okay, look at what's going on. Okay, it's not going away in another 15 weeks. Okay, adjust accordingly. Because even with the vaccine, you still need to adjust accordingly and not be just running around in the rain because you got vaccinated. Just because you vaccinated, do not put an S on your chest. By the way, but it do lessen the chances of death. This is just common sense, but America has got so rebellious about, well, it's my freedom, it's my choice, it's this, and it is your choice. Nobody's telling you it's not. Obviously, it's your choice. You're making the choice. You've proven your point. I proved my point. I didn't go and get it right away. You know what I'm saying? I listened to people. I didn't form any real solid opinions because a lot of people that know medicine and think this is a vaccine. Okay, there might have been some bad vaccines back in the day. I don't know. I'm not fluent with any of the what vaccines went wrong and all that. But all I know is vaccine is a type of medicine. Okay? It's different. I would think different than even a medicine or a dosage of medicine. It's a vaccine. It helps your immune system to fight off specifics according to the vaccine. That's what it is. It's not a whole bunch of dope you're putting in your body. And that's how people are making it seem like you're putting a whole bunch of dope in your body. That's real. It's a vaccine. It fights off certain things. All right? Besides what has happened in the past, let's keep the definition of a vaccine solid. All right? A vaccine is putting your body to fight off a specific virus or disease. All right? Okay? So it's not a whole bunch of dope going in your body, like people are insinuating. You're not putting a whole bunch of dope, long-term dope in your body, and that's how people looking at it. Oh, all this what's going to happen down the hill? You acting like they putting 10 million chemicals in you. If you want to research actually what the chemicals are and keep it pushing, keep it moving. But I can honestly say, without even looking at the chemicals, without even knowing, you're not putting a whole bunch of dope in your body, man. You're putting something in your body to fight off the possibility of having COVID ravish your body. All right? That's what you're doing. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it because as far as conspiracy theories and all this stuff and all that kind of thing, America hasn't even been that cutting edge on that in years. All of a sudden now you done had a whole revolution in conspiracy theories. Let's look at the history here in America. You ain't even been worried about no conspiracies. You ain't been worried about none of this stuff going on. Look at who you put in office. Look who almost got put in office again, Donald Trump. You ain't worried about no conspiracies. All of a sudden now you worried about conspiracies all over again. That's just your rebellious nature. That's just you making it more, trying to fight to be free to do something that just because so you can do it. You've proven your point. It's time to look at your health now. That's what it's time to do. I'm coming back with part 2 because I want to address the mask, how you've been acting with the mask as well, and show you this is just a rebellious mentality. That's what America is doing right now. Just having this rebellious mentality. I'm coming back for part 2.